Giants at Commanders week 1 preview. Let's get into it. Injuries. The Commanders have a few limited participants, but for the Giants, Andrew Thomas, he is still recovering from the foot. Listed as doubtful for the game. I don't think he plays, and that changes everything. It's a huge hit on the Giants offense, and the floor just completely falls out whenever he doesn't play. Coaching. I thought last year the Giants did a great job on defense compared to most teams at slowing down this Commanders offense. However, the intermediate throws were killing us on 3rd and long, along with the run game on the early downs. Offensively, Dan Quinn has a great history against us with the Cowboys, but last year, the Giants had their 5th and 3rd highest scoring games of the season against the Commanders. It's a low bar, I know, but even in the second game without Andrew Thomas, the Giants were able to run the ball and score. Definitely a backdoor 22 points, but I do think the Giants' offensive line still has a fighting chance against this Commanders front, even without Andrew Thomas. I think with the upgrades at quarterback, another year with these young guys too, like Theo Johnson, Tracy, and Neighbors, Dable will have a solid game plan and more options to work with Russell Wilson as the quarterback. Key matchups. James Hudson is going to start at left tackle. He's going to have to block Von Miller or Dorrance Armstrong. With AT out, I've said many times how our success this season is going to hinge on that. And well, it doesn't have to if James Hudson can actually step in and hold up against some of these non-elite edge rushers that he's going to be facing in this game. On defense, for the Giants, Abdul Carter versus Laramie Tunsil. This battle will set the tone for the Giants' defensive line and this season. If Carter can get pressure off of one-on-ones with Laramie Tunsil, Jaden Daniels is going to be in some serious trouble dealing with the rest of that pass rush as well, while even his best offensive lineman is still getting beat. But if Tunsil can lock him up, then they can confidently double Dexter Lawrence, and Daniels is going to be able to maneuver around the Brian Burnses and the Kayvon Thibodeaux off of their one-on-ones. He's going to be able to stay clean and efficient on offense, and that is not a recipe for success for the Giants. Negative plays will determine this one clearly, as both of my key matchups are in the trenches on both sides, and tackles for loss and sacks are going to be huge drive killers that set these offenses back in this game. The lines for this game, the spread is at Washington -6 to over-under 45.5. Money line, Washington -265, and Vegas projection of 26 to 20 or 25 to 20, depending on how you break the over-under. My take, I think with Andrew Thomas out, I've learned this lesson before, the Giants should be much better on offense with Russ, but Daniel Jones was not the only problem the Giants have been dealing with the past few years. Large in part, we are rolling out the same weapons and the same offensive line that we had last year, and that floor is gone without Andrew Thomas. I think the Giants' defense plays well, but ultimately the offense stalls and gives Daniels one too many chances for him to come back and win this game or stay ahead and shut the door. Give me the Giants spread, the under, and Washington to win by a score of 20 to 16.